While most people are binge watching Netflix during this holiday season, this is how you can use this time to get ahead 99% of them. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 powerful strategies to stay productive and set yourself up for success for the new year. The first thing you want to do is reflect and reset. You need to spend time reviewing what you have done this year, what has worked, what hasn't worked, and what lessons you can carry forward for New Year. My suggestion will be to look at it from 2 angles. First, assess the high-level direction to see if the industry and the role that you're pursuing for is the best fit for you. Second, evaluate and break down your application stage by stage. And what you're going to do is you are going to evaluate the effectiveness of each stage. For example, if you notice that you constantly getting rejected after online test stage, then it's likely the issue lies there. You can even take a further step by identifying which type of online test that you tend to struggle more. Now, this process is going to give you the clarity on where the problem truly is, rather than just what you feel the problem could be. From there, you can focus on fixing things that will give you the best result. So for example, once you have identified your problem lies with online tests, you then realize it's more specifically the numerical test. Then you can even dig deeper to understand if it's an accuracy issue or a speed issue. Then you can take different actions to overcome that. For example, familiarizing yourself with different types of frameworks and taking more practice so that you get super familiar and you can even predict what kind of question you're going to have. Which leads me to the second thing that you should do. Break goals into smaller and manageable steps. But the important thing here is to break your goal into smaller, actionable, and specific goals. What this does is this is going to make your goal look less intimidating and overwhelming, and it gives you a clear milestone to track the progress. For example, if you're preparing for online tests, you also realize numerical tests is where your weakest point is, and you know you need to improve on that. So if we were to break this down, it's gonna look something like step 1, research into different types of numerical tests that are commonly used by companies. Step 2, set 1 hour a day to practice different types of numerical tests. Step 3, track your progress by timing yourself to see if your speed has improved. Similarly, track the percentage of right answers to see if you have improved the accuracy. Step 4, at the end of the month, do 5 full-on online tests, numerical tests, to see if that actually has helped your overall performance. By breaking down these big goals into actionable steps and timing, you'll be able to then see your own progress over time rather than sabotaging yourself because you don't know how much you have improved. And it also prevents you from being super overwhelmed so that you can't take any action. The third thing you want to do is to build and strengthen your network. Now, when I was applying for my first full-time role, I leveraged networking so much to a point that I was able to name drop a lot of employees that are working for the company I was interviewing with, which also built pretty good connection between me and the interviewer and then gained their trust, which then eventually led me to getting the job offer. And we all know in today's job market, networking is incredibly important. And there are opportunities out there that are not necessarily published in public, and you'll be able to access these opportunities, insights, information, even mentorship by doing extensive networking. And I want you guys to do things specifically. First, build new network. Second, maintain your existing network. So to make new connections, you want to use linking here because it's the easiest option and it will allow you to have pretty accurate, because it's the easiest and the most accessible platform, and it is built literally for networking. And you want to do these 2 things. First, optimize your LinkedIn profile so it's crystal clear what kind of position you're going after, what kind of skills you have, and they need to be relevant to the profile. And the skills you demonstrate in your LinkedIn needs to be relevant to the profile and the role you're actually applying to. Because think of it, if you connect with someone and they have no idea who you are, they don't trust you, they don't want to have a call with you, then your networking effort will be going into waste. Then once your profile is up to speed, then you want to start networking, sending out new connection requests to people that you don't know. Because the whole point of networking is to gain new perspective and also new connections. What you have in your existing network, it has only helped you so far, right? So you always want to be constantly expanding your network and also evaluate the new connections you have made. Are they good connections to maintain? So as an action, what you can do is to send out 5 connection requests on LinkedIn every day. and engage with posts and their content. Then the second goal of networking also is to maintain the existing network you have. Because getting new connection does not necessarily mean that your network is active. You want to make sure that you stay up to date, what they are doing, which job titles they are, which industry they're working in, how their life is in general, so that you have the updated information about each of the valuable members in your own network. And then you can see how you can help them specifically and how they can help you too. So this is pretty easy. You should be doing this naturally already. Reconnect with 4 to 5 connections in your network. This can be your classmates, can be your friends, can be your professors, can be your previous bosses as well. Literally, you can ask them for a quick video call or a coffee chat. Which then brings me to the next thing you need to do over holiday time, which is upskill and learn something new. When I was back in uni time, I was super busy and caught up in different society work, my studies, and job application. I didn't really have time to really sink in and understand what skills I should develop more, what skills I should strengthen more. And this is a strategic move because companies, they are looking for specific type of skills. Most importantly, they look at transferable skills and specific technical skills. So it's up to you to then sit down. What kind of skills do you need to build that can fill in the gap in your application or make you more desirable candidate? So for example, if you want to become a data analyst, then you definitely need to have a pretty high level of SQL, R, Tableau, different data interpretation, structure, and visualization skills. Another example, if you want to go into marketing analytics, then you definitely need to focus more on Google Analytics and content strategy. Once you have identified these are the high demand skills that are needed for the industry you want to get into and the position that you want to get into, then the next action will be literally for you to take the step and develop these skills. Now, this can be during a long period of time. It might take you about 3 months, it might take you about 1 week or 2, but the most important part is to have a plan on how you can develop skills. And the 3 most important steps you need to develop a new skill is first, to learn, second, to practice, and then third, to actually build a project, either through your own personal project or having work experience. Once you have learned the skills, the knowledge, then you want to practice by doing little tasks. And then third, once you have done the third little task, you'll be able to then use these little tasks to compile it and eventually build a bigger project. So holiday season is always a fantastic time for you to reflect, set goals, network, and build your skills. But another thing that you should always be doing is keep sending your applications, because when companies are off, their application is not closed yet, which means that it's also a perfect time for you to catch up on some applications so that when New Year comes around, you have less stress because you already sent out some application, and the company, they're going to start the new year by looking at all the applications that they have received during holiday time, which will save your time in the new year from sending application, but instead you can focus on preparing for interviews, doing other activities, getting internships. If you find this helpful, consider subscribing for the channel. And if you want to learn how to engineer your mind to get your job offers, then check out this video and I'll see you on the other side.